Hello my Wolfpack and welcome to the TBL Season 3 Week 5 battle. So, yes, we are versing the Colorado Colors today. Very scary team with that Medicham, the Celesteela, the Quagsire, Darmanitan. They're all very scary things. I'm expecting those 6 to come. These are the 6 that I brought today. Go check out the team builder if you want to know. Yeah, go check out the team builder if you want to know why I'm bringing everything and what I'm bringing on it specifically. What else have I got to say? I can't actually think of what I've got to say. Put down below before you watch the video how you think we're going to do. Do you think we're going to win? Do you think we're going to lose? I'm going to be honest, I haven't had time to prep this week properly, so I don't know what we're going to do. I know we have got a couple of opportunities, but we have got only 1 or 2 kind of win conditions, I suppose. So yes, also there will be annoying noise in the background. These degus or rodents, whatever you want to call them, sorry, I need to burp. They have not shut up since I've come in here. I'm very kind of flustered because we're having to do this sort of like last minute, which is fine, but yeah, I'm a little bit flustered at the minute. So yes, okay, let's get started. I will come back to you in just a moment. Hey guys, so I'm wearing different clothes because my laptop froze in the middle of the recording. I know it's a little bit dark in here right now, it's because the light is funny, but I can't sort it out right now and I need to record over this. Basically, yeah, my laptop froze, so I can't give you the play-by-play as such, like my thought process and why I did each move as such, because I can't actually remember why I did each move. I was running the calcs, obviously, so I'm not 100% sure on what the calcs were, but I'm going to try my best to go through and explain what I did, why I did it, kind of how I would normally. But yes, we've got Beta's team here with Whimsicott, Darmanitan, Medicham, Gengar, Magnezone, and Zygarde. Really was not expecting the Magnezone, but you'll see why in the battle. You'll definitely see there was a huge reason why that Magnezone came, and it paid off for him, definitely. Paid off 100%. And I was here like, what do I lead? And immediately I was just like, screw it, I'm going to lead with Donphan. But then as soon as I like ready, I was like, hold on, did I actually want to lead with Donphan, or did I want to lead with Sizzle because of the Whimsicott? And yeah, so my lead was straight away Donphan, but then I was like, oh gosh, I'm not sure on this. Quite scared of this team. No Quagsire though, which I'm really grateful for because I didn't have too much for the Quagsire. What else was there? I can't remember what else I had on the team. I think I just had Quagsire and Celesteela. Quite honestly, I think Magnezone might have been a little bit more scary than Celesteela, which I know not many people would ever say that, but I had Coco, I had Komao, I had Porygon 2, I had like a fair amount of coverage for the Celesteela, whereas for the Magnezone I only had 2 or 3 Mons that were really capable of dealing with it, and I couldn't bring in Blastoise at all, so Porygon 2 would have had to try and take the Brute. So yeah, Magnezone was actually kind of scary, and we had nothing to hit Magnezone with on Porygon 2. As always, go check out the previous team builder and the previous videos as well. See what the team's all about, how I've been doing. I think we're 2-2 for this match. I think we were 2-2. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you what our outcome was, but yes, I'm gonna press play and we're gonna go. So there we go. Right, we are starting, and obviously I have my music. I have to have this music every time. It's my favorite music in the game. Challenged by Pokemon Trainer Beta. This is going to be a lot of talking in a space of about 5-10 minutes, so lead off with Donphan as I said, and we do see Gucci which is the Whimsicott, which is kind of frustrating because I was like, no, I should have led with Scizor. So immediately here I'm like, I need to change out. Who do I change to? I immediately go Scizor, that's who I changed to. Bullet Punch does a great deal of damage. I think it might have even taken it out. Do see a Tailwind here, so I have to be cautious of that, but I think Mega Evolve and Mega Scizor and get that Bullet Punch off. Regardless of if he switches, which he did, and I was there like, screw it, I just need to get a Bullet Punch off, and the Zygarde comes in. We're going to see us Mega Evolve in just a second. We do get the Bullet Punch off. Obviously, I couldn't have really made any predictions because I only have Bullet Punch and Bug Bite on this set, which are effective. I could have Swords Dance, but I think that would have just been redundant, and the Bullet Punch does a striking amount of damage. We do see the eject button here, which I was very surprised by. I actually called it the red card in my battle, but No, it's the eject button. We see that come out, and we see Tug the Magnet Zone come in, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna switch out. I can't switch out because it's Magnet Pull, and I was just like, oh my god, it has Hidden Power Fire. This is specifically for Sizzle, but we do pop that air balloon. Hidden Power Fire hits us, and we do live slightly, but I just have to hit Bullet Punch. I can't like Bug Bite is gonna do next to nothing. Bullet Punch is just there doing that extra bit of damage. So yeah, and then we see the Volt Switch here, so our Sizzle does go down, unfortunately, very early on, which was a bit of a shame, but we didn't need it hugely. The only thing we really needed for the Whimsicott, and we do see the Whimsicott come in. I think I did half predict this to come in. Oh no, this would have come in before, so I knew that this was in, and I was like, oh, I'm going to bring in Porygon too. And we trace the Prankster. I think he now predicts me to hit Toxic. I actually hit Ice Beam because I have that for the Gucci Puff, the Whimsicott. We see the Misty Terrain there, obviously trying to prevent me from getting my Toxic up, although I'm not sure if Misty Terrain would have gone before Toxic. I'm not quite sure how the Prankster works in that respect, but I did hit the Ice Beam nonetheless, so we didn't get that whole Toxic failing again as we did in Week 1. And then we see the Darmanitan come out. I do just hit Ice Beam again, try and do a little bit of damage off here. Just in case he didn't switch as well. And now I switch out, I go into Blastoise, because Blastoise can take basically anything that this wants to hit us with. We do see it's hit us with Fire Punch there, so not doing much damage at all. We are leftovers this week, so we are literally barely being tempted by that Fire Punch. Now obviously I predict the switch here, I'm just like, you know what, something's going out. Was really predicting the Whimsicott to come in. I didn't even think about the Magnet Zone, to be completely honest, so I hit Ice Beam. Obviously not doing as much. I probably would have been better off clicking Scold anyways. But yeah, obviously this matchup is no good for me, so I end up switching out, and I think I go to Donphan, predicting an Electric type attack. I was predicting a Thunderbolt. Definitely, like, I was like, no, there's going to be something happen here. And he tries to Volt Switch, so I'm there like, oh, yes, I got that prediction right. Get Donphan in here, and then I believe I just click Earthquake. I think we see the Whimsicott come back in, and I was here like, will this Earthquake take out the Whimsicott? And oh gosh, yes it does. I'm giving that away just a couple of seconds early because that was taking too long and it was being too suspenseful. But yes, we do take out the Whimsicott with the Earthquake there. Really glad to have that gone. It was kind of a menace for my team. We do then see the Zygarde come in. I have got Play Rough on Donphan, but I don't think it quite took it out. I think it was only doing like 50 to 60% or 60 to 70%, and I wasn't convinced that that was going to happen. So I went out into Blastoise, predicting a physical attack, maybe like a Dragon Claw or something, and I also thought that Donphan, I needed to say Donphan because it was a huge for the Gengar and the Darmanitan and the Magnezone. Going to Blastoise, we do get Toxic, which is a bit of a shame, but I'd rather have the Toxic on Blastoise than I would on the Donphan. I think I just click Ice Beam here. He does switch out, but I was like, if just in case he stays in, I do need to click Ice Beam because that would do a heck of a lot of damage to the Zygarde. We do see the Magnezone come back in, so I'm like, god damn it again, which was not fun. But we are getting this Toxic start to rack up a little bit. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to change out. For this time, I'm going to go into Kommo-o. I was predicting that he was going to go Hidden Power Fire or something because he would predict that my Donphan was coming in. So I went into Kommo-o expecting like Hidden Power Fire or something like not a Flash Cannon maybe. But I go into Kommo-o and I thought this is a perfect time to Automize. I didn't expect it to stay in. I thought it would switch out because of my Focus Blast. So I Automize here. He gets a Volt Switch off and goes into his Gengar. I remember him taking a very long time to do this. And I was here like, is he bluffing the Scarf? I felt like the Scarf was being bluffed because with the Automize we had up, we weren't quite fast enough, which was unfortunate because if we max speed, we would have actually been faster than the Gengar, and he wasn't bluffing. I knew at this point that the Gengar was Scarfed, so I did bring a Tapu Koko, probably one of the only instances you would ever bring a Tapu Koko in against the Gengar. So I'm like, okay, here comes Tapu Koko, because obviously all he can do is Dazzling Gleam right now. And I think I hit Thunderbolt just because that would get... Or I think, yeah, I did hit Thunderbolt. I didn't expect the Zygarde to come in just in case I clicked Dazzling Gleam. So I hit Thunderbolt, and that almost takes out the Tug. Almost takes out the Tug. We do take some life orb damage there. And then we hit Dazzling Gleam, just in case he changed out, just because it would hit everything kind of nicely. Do take down that Magnezone, which is really nice. Really nice to have that gone. And next, we do see the Gengar come back in, so I'm like, there's no way I outspeed this, so I am getting the Heckles out of here. I believe I go into Blastoise here. I believe my thought was going... Oh, no, I go into Porygon 2, sorry. Go into Porygon 2, expecting... obviously, I'll be able to live this. I thought, you know, it's Porygon 2. Trace that Cursed Body, get Sludge Waved. So that Sludge Wave does hit. Doesn't do too much damage to us at all. And the Cursed Body does hit off, so the Sludge Wave is disabled, essentially forcing a switch out of the Gengar. I think at this point I hit Ice Beam, expecting the Zygarde to probably come in. So I've hit Ice Beam here. Also, Ice Beam just generally was the best move to hit for the ones he had left. I know that the Darmanitan could have come in, but I still had Blastoise, so I wasn't too worried about that. He fumbles here and he clicks Rest. Same as what I did in week 1, just completely mind-farted on it. He admitted that post-battle, so... Yeah, we have taken down the Zygarde as well, which is huge, 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 huge. The Medicham does come in now, and I'm like, oh my god, this Medicham. I was like, do I Toxic here, or do I Thunderbolt? And I was like, I think I'm going to Thunderbolt, because the Toxic isn't really going to be racking up enough. So if I Thunderbolt here, it should be able to do enough damage for something else to come in and just completely destroy it. And then we see Substitute, and I was like, thank goodness I went for the Thunderbolt, because... if I'd have gone for the Toxic, it obviously wouldn't have landed. And we do see this Substitute now fade, which is really nice there, which means that we don't have to deal with another Mon having to be annoying, or having to do an extra attack to get rid of that sub. Do lose Porygon to the Drain Punch here. I did think that crit mattered initially, but after calculating after the match, it didn't matter at all, I don't think. I think it was up to 80-something% damage that was going to do, so... it didn't matter. And then I thought, bring in Coco, because that Dazzling Gleam will take out the Medicham. Dazzling Gleam 100% takes out the Medicham, so I'm like, okay, gonna click Dazzling Gleam, I don't even care. Don't even care what comes in. So we hit Dazzling Gleam, and we do get some damage off on the Darmanitan. Obviously, it's not very effective, so it's not too much damage. And then I was here calculating, I was like, does my Thunderbolt kill? And then I was like, this thing could be Scarfed, so didn't want to risk that, so I go into the Blastoise. If it was Scarfed, then yeah, I was just like I knew I could have taken it out with Coco Thunderbolt, but just the fact that he could have had 2 Scarf Mons really scared me. So I was like, nope, I'm not risking that. I'm going to Blastoise. Went into Blastoise. I think I clicked Ice Beam here, maybe. I can't actually remember what I did. Did I click Ice Beam? I think I did click Scald. I did click Scald. Seeing if I can get this burn off, just in case he didn't go for a Substitute. Because at this point we could live a Drain Punch. But we obviously went for the Substitute, so we do not get the burn off because we can't get the burn on the Substitutes. Toxic damage is starting to rack up, which we can see on Blastoise. Didn't really want to switch out though. Withdraws the Medicham. Believe he goes into the Creepy Balls, which is the Gengar. And I think I Scald again here. Yes, I Scald again here, and we go ahead and do a massive amount of damage, but it turns out it was a crit, which was huge. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy intense. At this point, the toxic damage is racking up. Didn't know if I could live a Sludge Wave or not, so I just stay in and click Scald. Didn't really want anything else to be taking the Sludge Wave, but we do see the Darmanitan come in, which I was very shocked by. I was very shocked. Maybe he was expecting me to go to a Dark Pulse or something. But I do go for the Scald there, which does take out the Darmanitan, or maybe just trying to rack up that toxic damage so he can take me out easier. Maybe the Sludge Wave wasn't quite going to kill me. At this point, I'd given up with Calcs, partly because I was just like, I don't know anymore. I don't know what Calcs are going to do for me anymore. So I'm just here, and I believe the Gengar comes back in. I click Scald, but Sludge Wave does definitely take us out of this range, so we do say goodbye to Blastoise. But Blastoise, another huge MVP. Another huge MVP. I feel kind of bad about dropping it this week. So we've dropped it out of the team, replaced it with Arcanine. We bring out Donphan because Donphan can basically clear up here, hit the Earthquake, and the Medicham We Earthquake here. I think we do like 75 to 85 damage. So I think we did get a high roll there. So we do Earthquake, take out the Mega Medicham, and then the Creepy Balls comes in. At this point, I was like, it can't take us out. It's fine. I'm gonna hit Earthquake again, and then we see the Destiny Bond. I was like, no, I wanted the 2-0. I wanted the 2-0. But unfortunately, we are only going to get the 1-0 this week. But we use the Earthquake, and we do take out this Gengar, which is kind of huge. I really didn't expect to beat this team. I was really kind of panicking, especially after the Sizzle. I was very much like, oh my god, Donphan does go down. Donphan stayed at full health. Donphan is huge. He's like in the top 10 in the league at the minute, which I did not expect from the guy that I was just trying to set rocks with. But yes, that is it for that battle. We did win 1-0. Tapu Koko living on there. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. I wish you could have got my reactions at some point. My reactions to the Magnet Pull Magnezone, I was so impressed. I was like, oh my god, that's incredible. Like, I did not expect it one bit to be Magnet Pull. I didn't even think about it until like during the match, until it happened. I was like, oh my god, it gets Magnet Pull. What? But yes, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think about the battle down in the comment section below. Again, I apologise this wasn't live. This was done through the playback, but I just couldn't do the... because my computer crashed, I just couldn't do it, and it just, yeah, kind of went to pieces. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have, I've just said that. Anyways, I'm going to go, so I hope you've had a good one, and I will see you soon.